world exclusive. O.J. Simpson exploding in anger at what he sees on TV.
This is the one case you got the wrong guy like all those other cases you let who did it get away.
Revealing moments of intimacy with his family and girlfriend. Never before seen home video of O.J. Simpson on the night of his greatest triumph.
Yes!
Then, actor Robert Downey Jr. slashed across the face and savagely attacked in jail.
He is a Hollywood star, and there will be people there who will just want to take him down for the simple reason they want to take him down.
Plus, the miracle of the missing snowboarder surviving after 6 days in the snow. Today, how he did it. And Monica Lewinsky. She says she bought ties for the president. Today, Monica, tie saleswoman. Also, exclusive, what President Clinton bought the First Lady for Valentine's Day.
And welcome to a special edition of American Journal. I'm Michele Dabney-Perez.
And I'm Charles Perez. We'll show you Simpson's victorious homecoming, who was there and what was said in our world exclusive. That's later.
But first, Charles, Robert Downey Jr., he's serving 6 months in a Los Angeles jail for a probation violation, but now he has found out that this time behind bars can be very dangerous. Jailed actor Robert Downey Jr. is recovering today after being viciously attacked by another prisoner at the Los Angeles County Jail. In a matter of moments, the 32-year-old actor was left dazed and bleeding as deputies moved in to break up the fight. L.A. County Sheriff Deputy Isaac Gonzalez.
We know that the altercation was very short, and it had lasted maybe a few seconds and was quelled by deputies yelling voice commands for them to stop.
But in that short time, the other inmate slashed Downey across the face, opening a large gash across his nose. He had to be rushed to the infirmary to be treated.
Robert's not cut out to be taking some time, especially 6 months in the county jail.
Morton Downey Jr., no relation to Robert, is a close friend of the family. He told American Journal he was horrified the actor was being housed with the general population, which includes hardened criminals and violent felons, rather than being segregated.
There's nothing more scary than to put a celebrity of the caliber of Robert Downey Jr. In the general population.
It was just 2 months ago that Downey was sentenced to 6 months in jail for breaking his probation by continuing to use drugs. The judge warned him what to expect.
And I'm going to incarcerate you in a way that's very unpleasant for you.
But the judge didn't put him in with the general population. It was Downey's own request.
Robert Downey Jr. had chosen voluntarily to be housed with general population inmates there at the facility.
Whether he wants to be in the general population or not, he should be out of it.
But violence isn't the only danger facing Downey among the general population in the jail. Robert Belair is a former deputy with the Los Angeles Correctional Department.
Mr. Downey does have access to drugs when he's in general population.
Morton Downey says that's all the more reason to have him segregated.
I would hate to think that he'd be put in a position of having to do more damage to himself than he's already done with drugs.
This is not the first incident at the jail in which Downey has been targeted. He has complained of harassment from other inmates during his 2-month incarceration. Now, after this latest incident, he may be segregated from the general population, no matter his opinion on the situation.
I think if Mr. Downey gets in another altercation, that he'll be sequestered somewhere else within the facility.
That could leave Downey on Celebrity Row, a segregated portion of the jail, which has held such luminaries as O.J. Simpson, the Menendez brothers, Kelsey Grammer, and Sean Penn. But for now, Downey Jr. will remain with the general population despite the danger.
Should he be taken out of the general population? Absolutely. Is there something wrong with the judicial system that takes someone who's obviously sick and throws them in jail for a cure? You're damn right there isn't. If he isn't cured, I predict you'll see a very sad end.
From now on, when people talk of miracles, you're bound to hear the name of Jeff Thornton. The teenage snowboarder somehow survived an incredible week, lost in snow-covered mountains outside Los Angeles. But despite his rescue and ongoing recovery, his ordeal isn't over yet, as Stacy Galandi reports.
That's the victim right there.
The boy dangling from this helicopter is Jeff Thornton, high school football star, weightlifter, and snowboarder. Now at only 14 years old, he's looked death in the face and come back to talk about it. He survived all alone for 6 days after disappearing on his snowboard.
We found him. He was missing one of his boots. His left foot, all he had on was his sock. He had lost his gloves and his hat.
Randy Kate rescued Jeff from the treacherous conditions of California's San Gabriel Mountains, east of Los Angeles.
I was just thrilled to death that he was alive. It just must have been hell.
Doctors were amazed at Jeff's near-miraculous ability to survive the elements for nearly a week in the snowy terrain and sub-zero temperatures. Dr. Gurjeet Kalkat.
He survived mostly on water from a nearby creek. He has significant frostbite on his feet and legs, both hands.
That frostbite is the biggest obstacle right now for doctors as they try to save Jeff's fingers and toes. Dr. Paul Teon of St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital in New York City.
Typically, 3rd and 4th degree frostbite injuries are the ones that are significant enough to cause disruption of blood flow to the particular part of the body in question.
Jeff's uncle Mark was with the youngster on the slopes when he lost sight of the boy, but he's not going to take his eyes off him now.
You know, we still have to hope and pray for him, so that's all I can ask everybody, you know. If you don't believe in God, you have to believe in something, Mother Nature or something.
Jeff is listed in serious but stable condition, and amazingly, he did not lose any weight during his time in the mountains.
Thank you, Michelle. Now, turning to the sexgate scandal. The lawyer for Monica Lewinsky has attacked prosecutor Kenneth Starr again, claiming Starr is responsible for the latest leak about Monica's email messages. In her computer correspondence, Lewinsky allegedly talks about buying neckties for the president. How real is that claim? One important clue may come in Monica's job history.
A new thread unraveling in Monica Lewinsky's ties to the White House. Published reports indicate Lewinsky worked at a West Coast tie shop on 2 different occasions. Lewinsky sold elegant ties like these at the Knot Shop, not far from her California home. She also worked at the Oregon Knot Shop during college.
Monica liked working at the Knot Shop.
High school friend Brian Erda would pop in to see her at lunchtime. He says she didn't work there just for the money.
I think Monica liked working at the Knot Shop because she could meet older, more established men. I don't think she would just solely work there to make $7 an hour.
Monica's taste in ties is significant because it's claimed she gave the president gifts of ties. Newsweek published emails that Lewinsky appears to have sent her ex-friend Linda Tripp. They reference neckties. Lewinsky reportedly writes, "Oh, I also wanted to tell you about the tie thing. He didn't wear the tie I sent him for his B-Day for, I think, 3 weeks. So we'll see." In another, she tells Tripp she hopes the president likes another tie she sent him. And Monica may have given President Clinton this blue tie he wore for the 1997 State of the Union address.
Now, each and every one of us.
And when we return, the story you'll see only here on American Journal, O.J. Simpson's first hours of freedom.
Behind the closed doors of his Rockingham estate. That's next.
Coming up, a world exclusive. What happened after the verdict that set O.J. Simpson free? For the first time, inside his mansion that unforgettable day. And with the relief, the joy, the reunion, an explosion of anger.
You let who did it get away.
The untold final chapter.
Yes!
Plus, what Bill bought Hillary here for Valentine's Day. Michele Dabney-Perez and Charles Perez will be right back with more American Journal, coast to coast. Production assistance for American Journal provided by...
Want whiter teeth in just 2 weeks? Then try Arm & Hammer Extra Whitening. Clinically proven to whiten teeth in just 2 weeks.
O.J. Simpson, the day he was acquitted of murder.
The world-exclusive video of Simpson's ecstasy and outrage. Next.
Dawson's Creek. Tonight at 9 on the WB11.
You've been injured in an automobile or other type of accident. Now you're about to choose a law firm. You have a lot of choices, but consider this. 1-800-LAW-INFO is the personal injury firm whose cases include the U.S. air crash at LaGuardia, the World Trade Center bombing, and the Williamsburg Bridge subway collision. There's a reason why victims chose 1-800-LAW-INFO in these and other major injury cases. Don't you deserve to have our experience working for you? 1-800-LAW-INFO.
We asked business leaders how they would design a better business degree. They said it should give graduates a practical foundation, develop strong communication skills, and provide an advanced understanding of how technology works for business. The result? DeVry's degree in business administration. Finally, a business program designed by business for business.
To find out more, call 1-800-423-7000. DeVry, a higher degree of success.
Give me the crystal.
Never, space scum.
And what do you want on your tombstone?
Pizza? Rising crust pizza! Good thinking!
Rise to the occasion with new Tombstone Oven Rising Crust Pizza. It's alive!
Well, the long wait is now over. For more than 2 years, everyone's been wondering just what went on behind closed doors the day O.J. Simpson was acquitted of double murder. In this exclusive report, Les Trent takes us inside Simpson's celebration, shows us who was there, what was said, and what Simpson was like in his first hours of freedom.
You're watching home video the world has never seen until now. What makes these scenes so special? Just consider the way this day began.
Not guilty of the crime of murder.
The verdict. His release. The victory celebration. This was the scene outside O.J. Simpson's Brentwood mansion moments after he was acquitted of double murder. For most of the world, that memorable day stopped right at Simpson's front door. We didn't really know what was going on inside his house or his mind. We didn't know how Simpson spent his first few hours of freedom, or his first words when he walked back into his house after 16 months behind bars. Now, for the first time, an AJ World exclusive. You're about to go inside Simpson's former estate, home video, behind the walls of Rockingham on the day of his very emotional homecoming. O.J. Simpson's very first words as he steps inside his Rockingham mansion. Hugs, kisses, and lots of tears greet the former football star. First from Simpson's longtime secretary, Kathy Randa. Then from the young attorney who spent more time in jail with Simpson than anyone else, Nicole Pulvers. Next, a pat on the back and more wails of joy from Simpson's 20-year business manager, Skip Taft. It is a very emotional day. Everyone seems to breathe a sigh of relief. Amazing relief. Inside the house, some familiar faces from the Simpson saga. Defense attorneys Robert Kardashian, Robert Shapiro, F. Lee Bailey, and Gerald Ullman. There's O.J.'s first wife, Marguerite, their children, Arnell and Jason, and Simpson's childhood pal and friend to the end, A.C. Cowlings, the man behind the wheel of the white Ford Bronco, the day of the infamous chase. Their embrace on this particular day seems to say a lot, but neither man says anything. It's a day O.J. remembered during a recent radio interview.
I was sort of in shock. You know, when you've been in a 6x12 cell, just to have that freedom and to have so many people show up to my house.
The life was back in Rockingham.
Also on the inside, Simpson's longtime sports agent, Mike Gilbert.
To actually be able to shake his hand or to hug him or kiss him on the cheek, I think, you know, that meant a lot to everybody there at that time, to have physical contact again.
You're home!
And then, like any man who'd just come home after being gone for a while, Simpson looks around his house, loosens his tie, and then goes for the remote control.
Look at this guy trying to crush that campaign.
And just moments into his new life, Simpson's smile turns to a frown. He sees L.A. District Attorney Gil Garcetti, the man who charged him with the murders, on TV reacting to the not guilty verdicts. Simpson glares angrily at the TV, is handed his first drink, a glass of ice water, and loses his cool.
Yeah, this is the one case you got the wrong guy like all those other cases you let who did it get away.
And it doesn't stop there. Simpson continues to vent at the television.
It's disgraceful. It's one for him campaign in the first week. What his campaign was we to find out who was delivering the drugs. This prosecution team let the killers get away.
Of course he was angry. And I think it was something that if he would have walked out of jail and seen Garcetti, it's the same things he would have said to Garcetti face to face.
Suddenly, Simpson changes the channel and then changes his demeanor. He's back to the happy-to-be-home guy again. More friends and family arrive to celebrate O.J.'s homecoming. They pile into his bedroom, walking across the very spot where police say they found blood on a pair of socks at the foot of Simpson's bed. There's O.J. and Nicole's first housekeeper, Michele, and a friend named Nancy. But one of the most noticeable women in the room, O.J.'s off and on-again girlfriend Gretchen Stockdale, a professional model and former Raiderette cheerleader. Simpson eats his first meal with her, a turkey sandwich, and then jokes about having so many women in his bedroom on his first night home. O.J.'s sisters, Shirley and Carmelita, are all smiles. His mother, Eunice, reclines nearby. Simpson thanks each and every one of them for standing by his side.
I don't know if I told you officially that on the telephone. You guys, but my family.
O.J. also gets on the phone and calls the family of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. We're told he's calling about his younger children, Justin and Sydney. They have been in the Brown family's care since his arrest. Now that he's back home, O.J. wants his children home, too.
I got to bring my family closer together and do what I can do.
Talk, O.J. Come on. Even at this joyous occasion, O.J. can't seem to let go of the case. He argues his innocence to anyone who will listen.
How about the type? How about the blood on the wheel that they never type? They never took permanent blood to see if it matched.
As the day wears on, you catch a glimpse of some of O.J.'s prized possessions, namely his number 32 jersey and his Heisman Trophy. Many of these items are now in the hands of the L.A. Sheriff, awaiting auction to pay off his $33 million civil judgment won by the families of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown. But one possession O.J. can keep, this pinky ring, made for him by an inmate. It's a lifelong reminder of his time in jail. These happy memories seem to fade away when you consider what happens next for O.J. Simpson. He loses his prestigious country club membership. His once loyal friend and lawyer Robert Kardashian writes a book questioning his innocence. His niece, Terry Baker, turns her back on him, too. And his Rockingham mansion goes to the highest bidder.
Now, in response to Simpson saying on the videotape that the prosecution let the killer get away, Nicole's father, Lou Brown, told American Journal, quote, "It's pretty sad. He's misrepresenting the facts. He knows who the killer is. He looks in the mirror every day," unquote.
Michelle, there's more American Journal still ahead, including a strange courthouse scene in California. Don't go away.
Coming up, the face behind the chase. This man led police on this wild car chase through L.A. Crashes, near misses, and this close call for a driver whose vehicle was hijacked.
The person is trying to get out. Oh, no, he's being dragged.
That's next.
When it comes to renting a car, we believe there's only one place to go, National Car Rental. So what are you waiting for? Call National at 1-800-CAR-RENT.
American Journal will be right back. Coming soon on American Journal, a woman steals money claiming it's for her husband's kidney transplant.